In Russia, there lived a boy named Igor. Igor had a bag of gold, and with this bag of gold, he wanted to buy a bag of potatoes. Before global economization, Igor would have to buy at outrageous prices of $200 a bag of potatoes from Russia, because no one else would sell it around him. But now, because of global economization merging the world's markets together, he could buy the same quantity and quality of potatoes from China for only half the price of $100. This leaves our consumer Igor with half his money left and which he can spend to help improve his quality of life, like buying more potatoes. So, because of global economization, the consumer wins because they are allowed to purchase products that are different from their home country for a lower price. Russia was a vast and glorious land, and it was one of the biggest countries in the world to this day. And because of this huge amount of land that they have, it is teeming and bursting out of its seams with a bunch of natural resources, such as trees, oil, gas, places for power, like electricity, for example, wind farms and waterfalls, and potatoes. Yes, potatoes. So, before global economization, Russia would just sit there with much natural resources and use whatever they needed, but they would still have a lot left in abundant supply. But because of after global economization arrived, Russia can now begin to sell its natural resources to other countries like Ukraine who need it. Ukraine would end up paying them money and other finished goods in order to acquire the natural resources. So after global economization happened, Russia benefits in the natural resources market because people are willing to pay money to their country to Russia in order to receive these natural resources. China had many factories in its country, but because after global economization, it was easier for China to move some of its factories to Russia because it would be a lower cost to maintain and keep the factories running there. And what do these factories do? These factories create pollution. The factories let the pollution go down to the river, in which many rural citizens and people from urban cities drink. And they also release smog into the environment. The people who drink from the rivers, they would begin to feel sick and could develop a cancerous tissue in their lungs and their body, and also develop many sudden illnesses because of this pollution. This pretty much lowered Russia's life expectancy for men to 66 years old compared to the world's average expectancy of 80 years old, which is quite a huge drop of 14 years. So this is a con for Russia because all this pollution is not doing well for the country. In this last diagram, we have China selling its national products to consumers in Russia. Because all the consumers in Russia are buying products that are fully made from China at cheap prices, people in Russia no longer buy the fully consumer products that are fully made from Russia. So thus, Russia is losing in the global market of finished goods because it cannot compete with other countries that sell at better quality and lower prices.